Our first guest this morning is no stranger to Property Source Radio. I want to say hi to Ginny Denninger, who now works for Property Source.
Yes, I do.
Wow, and we kind of talked about it when you were in about, it was before we all went on vacation, so it was what, maybe 2 months ago?
About a month ago.
Okay, got to get you to speak up here a little bit.
Okay.
And you came to us with a weird situation that you had been caught up with that involved some international intrigue, right?
Yes. The Nigerian real estate scam.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Still following up on it. Still getting emails and calls.
Nothing
My
new.
goodness.
Real quick, tell us what, just real quick, the
Well,
Cliff
not
Notes
much,
version.
Not much progress right now. I'm just gathering information. Other realtors have contacted me. Even properties in Brighton are affected. And it looks like this one particular person might be doing it all over the country.
and it is...
And just to recap,
Yeah,
it's
recap
a scam
this.
on
Sure.
Craigslist
Right.
regarding
this
homes that are not for rent that people are listing for rent, and that's causing a whole bunch of problems. And you had a home listed for sale, and people were contacting you via Craigslist about a home for rent.
Exactly that. Yeah, you've pretty much synopsized. Can't even say it.
Well, you're a writer, not a speaker. And you're writing now for Property Source. You're writing the Denninger Report.
I am.
Which I understand kind of is a neighborhood focus on real estate trends. Is that a good way to put it?
It sure is. We just popped out 2 articles, one on the South Wedge, another one on the Maplewood, and we'll do lots more. So we're always open to new ideas from the readers, too. So let us know.
I want to learn something.
Sure.
Ginny, the one article you have is called Maplewood, the Quiet Jewel
Yes.
in Property Source newspaper. Talk to me about that. I want to know what is the Quiet Jewel because I don't know.
Okay. Well, I'm originally an East Sider and never even thought about moving over to the West Side. One day looking through some real estate ads, I saw this house for sale that had the most amazing woodwork inside. And I love old homes. So, of course, I made an appointment. Meanwhile, in my head, I'm thinking, I don't really want to live there.
Right. No, it's nothing to do with the house. It's where it is.
It is. And I went, I looked at the house, I liked it, but I liked the house across the street, and I ended up buying that house. Started renovating it because it was a shell. I got it at a great price, and I've been living there 7 years and found out that where I live has so much to offer that I never even knew about. And most East Siders don't really even look at the West Side, and I'm guilty of that.
That's why I asked you because I didn't know.
What does that neighborhood have to offer?
Oh my gosh, where do I start? One of the most beautiful parks in the city of Rochester. It's absolutely spectacular. It's got a gorge that rivals Letchworth Park. There's waterfalls. There's beautiful bridges, rainbows, literally. I took somebody down there, and there was an amazing rainbow over the waterfall. Things that you never would imagine in the middle of our city.
Really?
Yeah, it's amazing. I can walk down the street to my local supermarket. It's pretty cool. There's a lot of other stuff, beautiful homes to look at as you go for your daily walks, restaurants in the area, close to the expressway, 2 Catholic schools that are well known and respected for the kids. The list goes on.
And they have the Rose Festival too, right?
Oh my gosh, several festivals, but the
Yeah.
Rose Festival is the biggest one. The Rose Garden, another thing. I can walk down the end of my street, and there they are. They're beautiful, and they smell beautiful.
Well, now, how easy or how tough is it going to be to write about other neighborhoods when you've already touted yours?
Right. That's,
You know, you gotta
should have done
compare-
yours last.
Yeah.
Not hard at all.
And what's the second project going to be? Where are you going to look now?
Well, we did actually do another article that was before this one, and that was The Wedge, and that
South
came
Wedge,
out
yeah.
a couple weeks ago. And in there, I was describing how hot the area is.
Very, extremely up and coming, that area.
It's there now, I'd say.
You're familiar with it too, Alex?
Yeah, I'm
the
familiar
South
with the South Wedge. They've been building it up now. I want to say it could be longer, but at least for the last 5 or 6 years. They've really been putting a lot of work down there because we have all these unique little neighborhoods. We have the Arts District, and then we have the South Wedge, and it's kind of hip, and they have... we have Park Ave, and we have the Park Ave Festival, and that's huge. Well, the South Wedge is kind of going that route. They do a Wedge Stock, which is like a Park Ave festival. Then they have all those great bars down there, like Tap and Mallet and Colony, and they put on a beer festival in the summer. And so they're really doing a lot down there. So there's a lot.
Is that where
to
that
talk
restaurant Beale Street is?
About. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I know the neighborhood then. Okay, got it.
It's really hot. I mean, to buy a property in that area, if you really are serious about it, you have got to go look at it. And if you like it, pull the trigger immediately.
Really, it's going that a city. Unbelievable.
And
It
city
is.
living is really coming up because
Yes.
they are redoing a lot of a lot of the older buildings are being done in lofts, like Buckingham Properties has
yep.
a million, loft apartments now.
Yeah.
They just redid where the old projects were on Mount Hope. Those are the beautiful
Right.
Erie Harbor condos, whatever. And they look gorgeous from the outside. I'm not crazy about the building. It kind of looks like Legos to me, but
I know what
the
you mean.
interiors are
Yeah.
beautiful and everything's all being redone. Even down here, right on State Street, we have got the, the mills at High Falls and then the annex. There's
Yep.
just a ton.
See, we need here at High Falls, we need people living here
Absolutely.
for anything to be successful. The reason why the bars never made it down here is no one lived here.
Right.
And
Yeah, but it's not far though from it, is it?
But here's what I used to see when there was a bar across the street here where Stantec is
Yeah.
now. When there was Jillian's and
Yeah.
even when it was the other place that it
Jimmy
was,
Mac's.
Saddle Ridge.
Yes.
Saddle Ridge.
They would bring in busloads of kids from St. John Fisher.
Oh,
And they bring them in school buses. Who wants to go to a bar in a school bus?
okay.
You know?
Yep.
I do, so I don't have to drive
Well, I know, but
home.
yeah, and I understand that, but you feel like you're being trucked in.
Yeah.
You're like
Right.
on a field trip instead of a night out in town.
I think these buildings were kind of utilized maybe not in the right way. Like that
Yeah.
Saddle Ridge place there was just so much going on in there. It was
there
never
some,
gonna.
There was some internal problems too, but I don't think a neighborhood. I mean, I look at Quincy Market in Boston, all the great bars, but people live there,
Right.
And I think that's what we need downtown here if this area is going to.
I'm thinking with MCC coming down into this area that we may see a change in the housing stock.
Yeah.
And then that'll be followed by the restaurants and the markets, et cetera. And my hope is, of course, now that I've invested, it'll travel down towards my house so it doubles in price.
There you go.
See, now that's good. Optimism.
Very good.
It's called the
Business savvy.
Denninger Report. It is in Property Source newspaper right now. Ginny Denninger. Hopefully, you'll be able to come in now and then and keep us up to date on what you're writing about.
You'll hear from me again.
Great to see you.